Jey Uso stunned the WWE Universe by winning the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble, and now he's heading into the biggest match of his career, challenging World Heavyweight Champion Gunther at WrestleMania 41. But with a shocking twist potentially on the horizon, this clash could become even more unforgettable. The road to WrestleMania this year has been nothing short of chaotic, packed with surprises and controversy. It all kicked off when Jey outlasted 29 other superstars to earn his shot at a world title on the grandest stage of them all. While his rivalry with Gunther has sparked mixed reactions from fans, there's a growing buzz that something major could go down in Las Vegas. Could Jey Uso shock the world again, this time by turning heel? Here's why a dramatic change in attitude might be on the cards at WrestleMania 41. Jey Uso vs. Gunther is now personal. Up until last week's episode of WWE Raw, Jey Uso's feud with Gunther was all about one thing: capturing the World Heavyweight Championship and finally handing the ring general a rare defeat. But everything changed in a single night. On the latest Raw, Gunther took things to a whole new level by making the rivalry deeply personal. In a chilling moment, he forced Jey to watch the brutal, calculated assault of his twin brother, Jimmy Uso. The vicious attack sent shockwaves through the WWE Universe and earned Gunther massive heat as WrestleMania approaches. Now, in Las Vegas, Jey Uso, the Yeet Master, won't just be fighting for gold. He'll be out for revenge. And with emotions running high, he might be willing to do whatever it takes to win, even if it means embracing the dark side and using heel tactics to take Gunther down once and for all. The negative reaction from a section of fans. Jey Uso's Royal Rumble victory was a career-defining moment that many WWE fans celebrated. For a large portion of the WWE Universe, it felt like a long overdue payoff for years of hard work. But not everyone was on board. Heading into the Rumble, major names like CM Punk and John Cena were heavily favored to win. So when Jey emerged victorious, some fans, especially online, expressed disappointment that their top picks didn't punch their tickets to WrestleMania 41. The backlash only intensified due to what many saw as inconsistent or questionable storytelling in the build-up. That negativity may be taking its toll on Jey. Feeling overlooked and unappreciated by part of the fan base, he might begin to question their loyalty. If that frustration boils over, it could push the beloved babyface to the edge, leading him to turn heel and send a powerful message: he no longer cares about playing by the rules or winning over the fans. The desperation leading up to WWE WrestleMania 41. Jey Uso is set to step into the biggest match of his career at WrestleMania 41, facing off against the ring general, Gunther, with the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. But for Jey, this bout isn't just about winning gold, it could be his final shot at proving he belongs in the main event spotlight. At 39 years old, Jey has had 6 world title opportunities in recent years. Each time, he came heartbreakingly close, but never managed to seal the deal. Now, with the brightest lights shining down on the grandest stage of them all, Jey Uso has another chance to finally make his dream a reality. But if he falls short again, it could force him to question everything, including whether he truly deserves the main event moniker. That pressure, combined with the fear of never getting another opportunity, might push the original Bloodline member to abandon the rulebook. In a desperate bid to win, Jey could resort to underhanded tactics, maybe even a low blow, to ensure he leaves Las Vegas as the World Heavyweight Champion. Jey Uso's journey in WWE this year has been nothing short of gripping, with his road to WrestleMania 41 showcasing the highs and lows of a man fighting to define his legacy. After coming up short in a previous attempt at the World Heavyweight Championship, he bounced back in a major way by winning the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble. Now, he's heading to the grandest stage of them all to face one of WWE's most dominant forces, Gunther. This isn't just another title match, this is do or die for Jey Uso. His credibility as a top-tier singles competitor hangs in the balance, and Gunther has already proven he's willing to take things beyond the ring to gain the upper hand. During a brutal episode of Monday Night Raw in London, the ring general zip-tied Jey to the bottom rope and delivered a savage beatdown to his twin brother, Jimmy. The attack was more than physical, it was psychological warfare. Jey, bloodied and helpless, watched as Gunther made his brother pass out, then smeared Jimmy's blood on his own chest as a chilling display of dominance. For Jey, this WrestleMania match is no longer just about championship gold. It's about redemption. It's about restoring honor to his family. It's about revenge. He sees no scenario in which he can afford to lose. But that's what makes things even more tense, because we all know he could. The emotions are running high, and that could be his undoing next Saturday. Should Jey Uso fall short once again, the fallout could be devastating. Not just for his title aspirations, but for his entire singles career. A loss here might cement the idea that he just isn't the guy. It could even push him to walk away from WWE altogether after the psychological torment Gunther has inflicted. From a storytelling perspective, it would be a powerful next chapter, the heartbreak of Jey Uso, broken and defeated, after the most personal loss of his career. If Jey Uso were to quit WWE on the Raw following WrestleMania 41, it would be a deeply emotional moment, one that would leave fans stunned and heartbroken. After everything he's endured, walking away might feel like the end. But in reality, it could just be the beginning of a much more powerful story. His departure wouldn't go unnoticed, especially by his twin brother, Jimmy. In time, Jimmy could be the one to reach out and pull Jey back into the fold, planting the seeds for an emotional return. Whether that leads to a Usos reunion and another dominant run in the tag team division or something even more compelling, the door would be wide open. Imagine Main Event Jey rising once again, but this time with his brother and other members of the Anoa'i family by his side, pushing him to reclaim his purpose. That kind of story would hit hard, blending real emotion with redemption and family loyalty. While WrestleMania 41 could be the perfect moment for Jey to finally capture World Heavyweight Gold, there's something to be said for patience. Holding off on his crowning moment could create an even more powerful payoff down the line. The Yeet Master might still fulfill his destiny later this year, perhaps in poetic fashion, by finally toppling Gunther if he remains champion. In the end, Jey Uso's story is far from over. Whether he wins, loses, or walks away, the journey ahead might just be his most unforgettable yet. If you're hyped for Jey Uso's epic road to WrestleMania 41 and want to see how this emotional, high-stakes showdown with Gunther unfolds, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest WWE coverage. Will this be the rise of Main Event Jey or the most heartbreaking loss of his career? Jey Uso is set to challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 41 after winning the Royal Rumble. While this victory earned him a title shot, it hasn't come without controversy. Despite Jey's undeniable popularity, with his energetic Yeet chants lighting up arenas and his entrance getting fans on their feet, his Royal Rumble win didn't sit well with many. A large portion of the WWE Universe felt there were more deserving candidates and more compelling matchups to be made for WrestleMania. Compounding the issue is Jey's history with Gunther. He's lost every time they've clashed in the past, making the odds feel stacked against him once again. And now, as he heads into the biggest match of his singles career, the pressure couldn't be higher. This bout feels like a pivotal moment, either solidifying Jey as a top-tier main eventer or halting his rise altogether. Still, despite how important this match feels, the best move for Jey Uso might be to lose. WWE fans have a long history of turning against stars when they feel a push is being forced, something Roman Reigns experienced during his early babyface run. If Jey wins the title at WrestleMania in the face of a divided fanbase, it could backfire and sour his momentum. But if WWE plays it smart, a loss could be the beginning of a much bigger payoff. Just as Cody Rhodes' loss to Reigns at WrestleMania 39 made his ultimate triumph a year later even more meaningful, a similar path could work wonders for Jey. If handled right, this setback could transform him into an even bigger fan favorite, setting the stage for a truly memorable redemption arc. Jey Uso isn't just carrying the weight of a typical championship match, he's carrying something far more personal. On top of the usual high stakes, he's stepping into WrestleMania 41 with the burden of avenging his brother. In one of the most brutal moments of their rivalry, Jey was restrained and forced to watch helplessly as Gunther dismantled his brother right in front of him, an attack so vicious it ended with his brother being hospitalized. That trauma adds emotional fuel to Jey's fire, making this battle not just about a title, but about redemption and family. However, a loss here could actually deepen Jey's story. It would highlight his struggle, his vulnerability, and set the stage for an even more powerful comeback. Superstars like John Cena and Cody Rhodes have been in similar positions, defeated in key moments, only to return stronger, more determined, and more beloved. Whether Jey follows that same path remains to be seen. But if he does lose, it could be the beginning of something even bigger. Do you think Jey should dethrone Gunther, or would a loss make his rise even more legendary? WrestleMania 41 is shaping up to be a pivotal event for the OG Bloodline, with both Jey Uso and Roman Reigns slated for high-stakes showdowns. Jey will challenge for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, while Reigns is locked in a blockbuster triple-threat match. But as the biggest show of the year approaches, it's becoming clear that Jey might play a game-changing role in his cousin's match. Last week on Monday Night Raw, Gunther unleashed a brutal assault on Jey Uso, leaving him bloodied and battered. The World Heavyweight Champion tied Jey to the ring ropes and forced him to watch helplessly as his brother was taken out in vicious fashion. This week, a changed Jey Uso emerged. Dressed in all black and with a noticeably serious demeanor, Jey confronted Gunther without his usual heat energy, refusing to engage with the WWE Universe in his typical fashion. The change in attitude might hint at a character shift for the #1 contender. Adding fuel to the fire, Roman Reigns has yet to check on Jimmy's condition or reach out to his cousin since the attack. This continued neglect has left Jey feeling isolated once again. It's a stark contrast to his decision to realign with the OG Bloodline and assist the OTC during the battle against the new Bloodline at Survivor Series War Games. Now, with Jimmy sidelined and no family support in sight, Jey finds himself on his own on the road to WrestleMania 41. Despite his vow to win the World Heavyweight Championship for his family, the current situation could push him in an entirely different direction. Could Jey turn on Reigns and cost the OTC the win in his clash with Seth Rollins and CM Punk? With emotions running high and loyalty in question, WrestleMania 41 could mark a turning point for the Bloodline once again. Legendary wrestling journalist Bill Apter had high praise for Jey Uso following this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. Apter was particularly impressed by the intensity and aggression Jey brought to his promo, highlighting the 39-year-old's commanding presence on the mic. Speaking on Unscripted, Apter also weighed in on the segment involving Gunther. He noted the visual impact of the World Heavyweight Champion wearing a white shirt during the brutal moment, suggesting that a bloody Gunther in that attire could have made for a striking image. However, Apter acknowledged that WWE chose to keep things classy in their presentation, opting for a more restrained approach. Jey Uso's verbal tirade at Gunther last night really got to me in a good way. He showed more, "I am gonna call it schmaltz," in his face-to-face with Gunther. And there was no attack. People are saying, "The guy just almost killed your brother, aren't you gonna attack him?" They didn't do that. And I was waiting for him because Gunther was wearing a white shirt which blood would have looked wonderful, aka like Dusty Rhodes used to do in his white shirt blood. But they kept it classy, and the anger that Jey Uso displayed on Raw, I thought was pretty damn good. Jey is set to challenge Gunther for the WWE World Championship, looking to capture his first world title on the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania. Will Jey Uso finally claim his first world title, or shock the world by turning on his own blood? If you're loving this Bloodline drama and can't wait to see what happens next, hit that like button, subscribe for all the latest WWE updates, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a moment.